The Reverend Matty Show. The Reverend Matty F. 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 Show. Live from Studio M. Peace up and let it all hang out.
All right. Hey there. Hey, you guys. What is up? All right. Welcome to the Reverend Matty F. Show. I'm the Reverend Matty F. This is Studio M. And from here, we broadcast to you from a clandestine location in beautiful downtown Queens, New York. What are we going to do here today? We're going to play some music. We play a lot of royalty-free stuff, a lot of submitted stuff from bands that I know, you know, fellow musicians, their bands, and whatnot. Anything that's not going to give me a serious copyright strike or a DMCA takedown, I will play on the Reverend Matty F. Show. So we do sort of a Gotham DJ kind of a adventure thing. We cut up a little bit. We have some laughs. I am a musician, and I play a little guitar. I dabble, you know. I play some keys. I write songs and whatnot. So most of the streams we get to the point where I'm feeling like I want to do some live stuff, and I do it. Other than that, it matters not what language you speak or what country you're watching me from. What matters is that you get the message. And let's start the message off like this, with Ethan Mizell. On the Reverend Matty F Show. You're watching the Reverend Matty F Show, coming to you live from Studio M in beautiful downtown Queens, New York.
gods are no more hope and no belief. Raindrops, teardrops, melt in my head. Gods for sale. Raindrops, teardrops, melt in my head. Gods for sale. We're dealing with Satan's and Lucifer's, my only raindrops, teardrops, melt in my head. God's for sale. We're dealing with Satan's and Lucifer's, my only friend. God's for sale. yourself. Welcome to New York. Welcome to New York. Let's take a fuck yourself. Welcome to New York. Let me tell you, just like clockwork, all the lemmings come to make a new start. On the buses and on the planes, to the Big Apple with hope in their hearts. Aspiring actors, singers and dancers come to New York, leave their families behind. Looking for fortune, looking for fame, but those are two things that they rarely find.
The Reverend Matty Show.
It's $5 grand a month for a bedroom. The winter's so cold you can't feel your face. The summer air thick as molasses, and the rats, not just the rat race. Mass transit smells like a butthole, and the garbage lined all down the streets. The sidewalks, so many people, a week's salary just for something to eat. Welcome to New York. Now go fuck yourself. Welcome to New York. Welcome to New York. Let's take a fuck yourself. Welcome to New York. Let me tell you, just like clockwork, all the lemmings come to make a new start. On the buses and on the planes, to the Big Apple with hope in their hearts. But their dreams are crushed like an insect, a realization that cuts like a knife. But they do it, cause they love it. Come to New York for the glamorous life. Welcome to New York. Now go fuck yourself. Welcome to New York. Welcome to New York. Go eat a bag of dicks. Welcome to New York.
Go eat a bag of dicks, man. Welcome to New York by Jack Pipe on the Reverend Matty F Show. Coming to you live from Studio M in beautiful downtown Queens, New York. Liebe vom Studio M in der wunderschönen Innenstadt von Queens, New York.
The Reverend Matty Show.
Live from Studio M in beautiful downtown Queens, New York. Waking up in early down those memories that fills my heart with fire. I've lived my life with no regrets and melting in desire, burning down those memories that fills my heart with fire. I've lived my life with no regrets and melting in desire. I bit my nails until they bled, twisted my hair in existential dread. I used to twig and spit, swear and sweat. I had a standing appointment with Dr. Tourette. I've been in Al-Anon and Synanon. I've taken Antabuse and Methadone. I've danced and danced the same 12 steps. I'm the prima ballerina of relapse. But with these habits and hassles I've been through, I quit them all, but I just can't quit you. The time you've spent with me is time you've spent alone. I've spent my energy just to keep up with my job. I watched my sister with the binge and purge. Thought it was disgusting till I caught the urge. Chocolate cheese and oysters for a midnight snack. They tasted better coming back. I worked with Manson, Moon and Koresh. In fact, I still get postcards from Charlie and Tex. I wanted
The Reverend Matty F. Show.
You're listening to some Paul Bader on the Reverend Matty F. Show. Last time I saw him, he's a doctor. I was there, and I asked him, "Did you listen to a lot of Monkees when you were a kid? Did you listen to Beatles and Monkees and stuff?" He said, "Yeah, big time Monkees, because his songs have such a Monkees thing to them." You know, Paul Bader on the Reverend Matty F. Show. Way to go. Next up, a little piece of Staub from the olden days.
The Reverend Matty F. Show.
cannot even close my eyes. The time has come to stay. Falling so deep and deeper, falling in the night. Falling so deep and deeper, falling in the night.
Reverend Matty F Show.
Ach du Liebe! It's Andrzej Jablonski on the Reverend Matty F Show. Damn you all! Ah! That's right, your Reverend says, damn you all. You're watching the Reverend Matty F's lava lamp. It's having very tiny little lavas today. The temperature outside's kind of crazy. I got an air conditioner on because with all this equipment in here, it starts getting hot. But basically what we have here is a lava lamp that's about 3 or 4 feet away from a window air conditioner. And it's sort of like keeps it too calm, if you ask me. All right, Reverend Matty F's Lava Lamp. Little Dan Leibowitz on the Reverend Matty F Show. Don't you bite now. Don't do it.
The Reverend Matty F Show.
Live from Studio M in beautiful downtown Queens, New York.
Peace up, bitches.
Studio M in beautiful downtown Queens, New York.
Jesus Cristo mio! Jesus Cristo mio! It's Lorenzo Bezzoni on the Reverend Matty Show. Ach, du Liebe! Andrzej Jablonski on the Reverend Matty Show. God damn you all! Ciao, Lorenzo. Wo ist mein Bier und mein Drogen?
Peace out, bitches.
The Reverend Matty Show.
So many times we walk away, and these things in life they quickly fade away. Yeah, deep in my heart, red tends to gray.
You're watching the Reverend Matty F Show, coming to you live from Studio M in beautiful downtown Queens, New York. Up next, a little DJ Williams with Spy versus Spy. I don't know if some of you 60s children will remember Mad Magazine. They used to have these little comics in the corners of the pages, and one of them was Spy versus Spy. Lorenzo, I don't even care if the mic works. First things first, you know? You're watching the Reverend Matty F Show, coming to you live from Studio M in beautiful downtown Queens, New York. We have with us here the one and the only Lorenzo Bezzoni. God damn you, my paisano. You species spicy meatball. Lorenzo Bezzoni stopped in for a short visit. But you know, short's better than nothing. You know, in case you guys haven't guessed, I'm thinking of going exclusively with YouTube. I don't have to have all of this crap up on top. I don't have to have all of this Twitch crap. Oh, here he is. It's him. It is.
I'm here.
Oh, I hear you, Lorenzo. Hang on.
Do you hear me? Right. Let it go.
I hear you. I hear you pretty well.
I don't hear anything.
You know what? Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Lorenzo Bezzoni on the line. But you know, we're trying stuff out here today. Because starting with the next stream, it's going to be much more serious. There you are. You are the one, the only Lorenzo Bezzoni.
Really?
Lorenzo Armando Bezzoni. The one and the only. Look at that mustache. Dude, you are a paisan. Look at this. Would you buy pizza off of this man? I would. I'd be saying shit like, yo man, the pizza pie, and he'd be going like this, swinging that shit around up there. 500 degree brick oven. You could burn a body in there. Get rid of the evidence. You know? I'm quite sure that over in Italy, they have only the best crack.
How many people are online?
How many people what?
Are online?
Oh, just you. It's just you. Yep. I see one. And sometimes if I go to look, it counts me as one. I don't know why. It shouldn't. Oh, Andrei's got some Tisky waiting for me. Andrei, if I ever come over to Europe to see you, you gotta have Tisky. A lot of it. Then, once I'm finished visiting Andrei, if I go to Europe or something, I probably never will. But if I did, then the next thing, I would ring the doorbell, and this poor man here would open the door, and I'd be standing there. And he would be like, Jesus Cristo mio, spicy meatball! Che fai? Che cazzo vero? Che culo! I think I just said, what the fuck is in your ass? Oh my God. La Putana Diavolo.
Here is nice. Take
So-
a look.
Oh, it's nice out.
Nice time.
Yeah. So you got Lorenzo. You got vaccinated, right?
Yes, yes.
How long is it? How long has it been now?
3 days. 4 days.
For the first shot.
Yes, yes.
And was it AstraZeneca or Moderna?
Moderna.
Huh? Moderna. Yeah.
Moderna.
Yeah, and we've been watching Lorenzo very closely, just in case, like, he grows an extra head, or like if he turns around, like if he goes to look at his hands and they have eyes. Yeah, there you go. Or if he could breathe underwater, like if he grows gills or something, that would be really messed up, But it's great. Lorenzo's very good that way. He lets us use him as a study subject, which is kind of cool. Let me answer this message. I think my spouse is now at her job and wants me to know this. Yeah.
Matty,
Yes, sir.
I cannot see anything about the show. I can only see you and me. No chat, no message, anything.
I know. Well, I could kind of change that because now you can see the whole thing.
Yes, but it's very small.
Yeah, I know. I can't
Very
do
small.
I can't do anything about that really. I could sort of do this, or I could just put me. If I put myself on like this, then it's fine. This is just how it's going to be. If I have guests, then this is how it's going to be. By the way, I'm not using Restream today. I'm using StreamYard. You could tell if you look over there above Lorenzo's head, they have their little logo up there.
That's
It's by StreamYard, and I have found that sound quality is extremely superior to what Restream has. Okay? The thing is, I subscribe to Restream, which is why I'm never going to refuse a donation. Lorenzo has donated, and I appreciate it. Lorenzo, you've donated a couple of times in the past month even. The reason why I will never refuse a donation is because sometimes these things cost money. In order for me to get rid of that StreamYard logo and maybe get a little higher resolution and to have the ability to have like 10 people in the guest room, okay, it costs a subscription about twice as much as Restream costs. The problem is Restream offers you the same stuff, but you don't get the same quality. The sound quality has been good today, right, Lorenzo?
The sound is very good, and even the image.
I'm using a browser for the encoder. I'm doing this to StreamYard with Google Chrome. I'm not even. OBS is just is handing me the camera, the virtual camera. That's what OBS is doing. If you see this picture the way it is right now, the only thing OBS is doing is handing me all of this rendering. It's not online. It's not streaming. It's just giving me the camera. Which is a nice touch.
Change your room.
Oh no.
Because
We're
there's
now going
something
into-
outside.
Yeah, well, we're going now inside Lorenzo's domicile.
Inside the building.
Yes, inside. He's Lorenzo has Lorenzo. I got to tell you about this. I was watching TV last night. Actually, I was in bed falling asleep with the TV on, and I was listening. And we have the cooking channel, and we have the Food Network on cable here, right? And I was watching this show. That's a lot of the shows are competitions, cooking competition, one versus the other, and there are judges and whatnot, right? And they win stuff. Like, there's a really popular one called Chopped. They start out with 4 chefs. And each chef has a basket. And they tell them, open the baskets. And all the baskets have the same stuff in them. But it's usually foods and ingredients that don't normally fit together. And they watch and see how these chefs take these impossible to combine ingredients and make, real high level dishes out of them. And a lot of them are very successful at it. And one of the ingredients for and they do like a whole meal. They'll do an appetizer round, and then one person will get chopped. So then there's 3 people left. And then they'll do the entree round, and then one person will get chopped. So there's 2 people left, and they compete in the dessert round. So they make a whole meal for the judges, and the winner gets $10,000. Okay? At any rate, last night, one of the ingredients was, get this, how the heck did they put it? A fool's gold loaf. Fool's gold loaf. Now, fool's gold is a mineral that's indigenous to the United States called pyrite. It looks a lot like gold. And during the gold rush in the 1800s, a lot of guys brought home 5 tons of this pyrite thinking it was gold, and then they'd bring it to the assayer's office, and he'd say, this isn't gold, it's pyrite, it's worthless. So they started calling it fool's gold, because you had to know how to tell. You had to know how to tell the difference between gold and pyrite, which looks a lot like gold. Okay? So I went on Wikipedia, and I said, what is a fool's gold loaf? Apparently, there's a restaurant in Detroit, Michigan. No, I'm sorry, Denver, Colorado, that serves the fool's gold loaf. It is, you ever see a French bread? A big, long French bread? French bread loaf? Okay. They take one of those, and they cut it in half, they slice it, and they open it up, and they take the bread out, and they put on the loaf of bread an entire jar of peanut butter, an entire jar of grape jelly, and wait, it's not, huh? French bread. Picture a big long baguette. Long, big. Okay? They cut it, the whole jar of peanut butter, the whole jar of jelly, and a pound of bacon. So the story goes, the sandwich became famous because Elvis Presley, you know who Elvis Presley was, right?
Yes.
Elvis, he was the king of rock and roll. Okay. In his latter years, before he killed himself, he became a real eating slob. He would eat anything. And he was sitting, I think he had the chief of police at his house, because he used to hang out with him, and some other important person in the local government where he lived. And they were talking about these fool's gold sandwiches, and Elvis turns around and says, we got to get some of these right now. So they went to get his private jet, and they flew from Graceland to Denver, And while they were in the airport, they called up the restaurant and ordered 22 of these things. And they sat in an airplane hangar in the airport at Denver, all right, with a big table with champagne and beer and Coca-Cola. And they got the pilot and the co-pilot from the plane, and they all sat there for 3 hours eating these giant sandwiches and drinking champagne. And then they got in the plane and flew back to Graceland, and they were all like drunk. But that's how the sandwich became famous as the fool's gold loaf. An Elvis Presley story. There's quite a few stories of some of the antics that Elvis Presley used to do, and then he just decided to off himself. Tyskie is perhaps one of the greatest Polish beers ever made. It's delicious. It's like the Corona. It's like the Modelo Especial of Poland.
Do you like the Weiss beer?
Would I what?
Weiss beer from Belgium.
Get a little closer to the microphone. Don't
Do you
eat
know
it.
the Weiss beer?
Weiss?
Weiss from Belgium.
No, I don't. No, I'm not that familiar with German and Belgian beers. It's probably really strong, right?
No, it's not very strong, but it's very cool.
It's refreshing.
I mean cool in the flavor.
So it's refreshing. It's not too heavy. It's drinkable beer. I got a friend of mine that likes beers that are thick and horrid. Yeah, I mean, like the beer that this guy likes, if you look at the glass, you can't see through it. It's opaque. It's just black and not see through, and just like and I ask him, like, Ronnie, how could you drink this stuff? It tastes like shoe polish.
You mean the Guinness?
Say again?
Guinness beer.
I'm going to turn up my monitor. Go ahead. I'm sorry. It's probably my fault. Go ahead. Say.
The Guinness beer from Ireland.
Yes. Guinness. Yeah, he'll drink that, but there's darker beers and more horrible beers, and he likes those. Oh boy, does he like them. He's now, actually it's kind of interesting. He bought a kit from some company where you could make your own beer. And his birthday was at the beginning of May, and he had a barbecue in his backyard. We had a big thing. And that was the day that I decided that I would eventually go and get vaccinated, because I missed my friends. At any rate, he had, about 8 weeks prior to his birthday, bought this kit because it takes about 6 to 8 weeks for the beer to be finished. Okay? And it was ready a couple of days before his birthday. And as soon as I got there, he went and he got his brother-in-law and everything. Was sitting at the table, 3 men, and he's got this. From the keg, he put the beer in a growler, which is a big bottle. Okay, and he comes down, and we're going to sit there and taste Ronnie's beer. And I'm sitting there saying, no matter how horrible this is, I'm going to tell him it's great. This is my friend. I can't tell him if it sucks. Okay. And so he pours it. He pours mine. He pours some for Mauricio. He pours some for himself. And his wife had a little too in her cup. And we all drank it. And I was surprised because it was really good. I couldn't believe how nice this beer came out. It had like a nice not citrusy, but like sort of like an apple plum kind of fruitiness to it, sort of like a fruit note, and you could tell it had a little alcohol in it too. It was a little strong on the alcohol, but it was such a pleasant tasting beer. And I told him afterwards, I said, Ron, I was fully expecting this beer to suck. Okay? And I was prepared to lie to you about it. And he said, really? So what do you really think? And I told him, I said, it's good, you should make another batch. But he had already started making another batch of an IPA, which is very strong beer with a lot of hops in it. And that's going to be ready a little bit prior to Independence Day, which, as you know, is July 4th. 4th of July. It'll be ready about a week before then, and I suspect, because at that time everybody ought to be vaccinated, I suspect Ron is going to do something out in his backyard, not to be undone, but I have a feeling that sometime around 4th of July we're going to be drinking Ronnie beer in Ronnie's backyard. But right now I think I'll drink some of this. Oh, delicious. Very, very nice. So, the weather there, I'd imagine, what is it in the... Okay, everything is Celsius by you, right? Your temperature is centigrade, right? C?
I think it's about 10 Celsius.
About what?
10 or 12.
10 Celsius? What would that be? What would that
Maybe
be?
15. Maybe.
15 Celsius. I don't know why we never went to Celsius. I think we're one of the only countries that still uses Fahrenheit. So it's about 60 degrees Fahrenheit, 59. That's not too bad. It's a little bit cool for this time of year, and at night it must be worse.
I have only the t-shirt.
Really? How was it during the day? It's nighttime there now, right? It must be like what, about almost 10 o'clock?
It's 9. It's 1/4 to 10.
All right. Well, the how was it during the day? Was it warm during the day?
Yeah, there was the sun.
Yeah.
And it was sunny.
Yeah. Because I noticed sometimes Anjay and I usually talk in the mornings early, and we exchange pictures of the weather report back and forth. And I noticed that a lot of time he's in Hanover, in Germany, and I noticed that a lot of the time their weather is just like what it is here. Except when they have a heat wave in the summer, it gets much hotter than it does here. Like when we have a heat wave, you're talking 90 Fahrenheit, 95 Fahrenheit. When they have a heat wave in Germany, it's 120, it's 115. Yeah, so it gets pretty hot. But I can't wait. I'm happy that the weather's getting warmer because I could go outside more. You know? I showed you pictures of the block I live on, right? Did I send you pictures? Yeah. The camera in this phone, this is the LG K51. It's not the latest, but I couldn't beat the price because we were due for upgrades. Me and Kat got the same phones. The camera on this phone is really nice. And the sound on the phone is good too. Even if you just talking to somebody on the phone, it's like you're in the room with them. It's so clear. So that's basically it. I'm going to play a song now called "Will You Please Pick My Nose." Are you ready? Lorenzo, are you okay? Lorenzo, are you okay? Okay, ready? Will you please pick my nose? Will you please pick my nose? Will you please pick my nose? Oh yeah, please pick my nose. Please pick my nose. Will you please pick my nose? Use your fingers, not a hose. I don't know what's wrong with me. Let's do some more and we'll see. Oh yeah. Pick my nose. Pick my freaking nose. Excellent. Lorenzo Bezzoni is back at YouTube. I didn't even look at what the temperature is here. I would venture to say in Celsius it would be about 12 here. All right, and that, my dear friends, brings us to the end of another episode of the Reverend Matty F Show, coming to you live from Studio M in beautiful downtown Queens, New York. Liebe vom Studio M in der wunderschönen Innenstadt von Queens, New York. Be back on soon. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday. Keep an eye out. I'm thinking of going exclusively to YouTube and dropping all the other platforms. And my reasoning for that, maybe I'll write in my the Reverend Matty F Show page on Facebook. So until we meet again, this is the Reverend Matty F wishing you peace in your life.
This has been the Reverend Matty F Show, live from Studio M, a Robot Submarine production.
Asshole.